who's just joining, who's never joined before, and to everyone who is returning. What's going on? What's goody? What's up? What's up?
What's good?
Joshua Pringle 23. What's up? Coatman 718. What's going on? AG the Barber 810. The Unicorn, or TJ the Unicorn. I'm sorry, let me not mess that up. What's up? Amaya Mom. Malik 7779311. Oh, okay.
7779311.
Okay. I like that name. All right, the only
7779311. How it go?
7779311. Oh yeah, I remember that. All right. Big Shy, what's going on?
All right, y'all. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. We want to go ahead and welcome Facebook, Twitter,
extra, we know.
Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. To this and YouTube out there land. Make sure y'all go and put it in the comments. We get to see you guys' comments on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, and on Twitch.
Yes.
And if we see them, we will put them on the screen. So let's go ahead and jump into this thing. This is episode 114.
114, honey. 114.
Let me do this thing for the podcast.
There you go. We can't forget about the podcast.
For the podcast. So, good morning. Good afternoon, good evening, podcasters, YouTubers, IGers, Facebookers, Twitterers, and Twitchers.
City was good, y'all.
What's up? What's happening? This is episode 114, and we are
Brains and Beauty
times 2.
Y'all. I'm Shayla.
And I'm Miami.
I can't. What's up, Trill Talk?
What's up, Edie? Junior. What's up to everybody coming in? What's up, Trill Talk? What's up, everybody? So we're gonna go ahead and jump into for the shout outs for tonight. Any shout outs you wanted to just jump into?
I want to shout out to my husband.
I know that's
who's just making me just
smitten.
Proud. I'm just so I was so smitten earlier today, and he just kind of has me on the high from earlier. So I just want to say I love you, babe, and I miss you, and I'll see you real soon, hopefully.
Jay.
But yeah, that's my only. Oh, and shout out to my mama who will be here on Saturday. I am so excited. And I don't know. Probably people are like, you too old for that, but I'm not. Like my mama, I love spending time with my mama. Like I love spending time with my mama. So I can't wait.
I'll be saying the same thing.
I cannot wait, and we all doing dinner because she been asking about my dog. So, yeah, I cannot wait. So those are my 2 shout outs for today.
Yeah. My shout out for today, before I get into it, you already know I'm drinking one of my favorite waters right now, which is Topo Chico.
That's what it is?
Topo Chico.
Okay.
Twisted Tangerine. This is one of my favorite flavors from the brand. We had to turn that thing around. You feel me? So shout out to Topo Chico. I also want to give a big shout out to Jada Kids for killing the game. Hey, I had such a great time. Did we talk about this last week?
We did, but go ahead and talk about it again.
He is putting.
I actually watched it now, and it was dope. It was
like he is allowing the time to go after this. You know what I mean? Like some of the verses, when it's done, is done. Like Jada Kids really upped him and his homies. And I just want to say this. You got to be very careful who a part of your team.
Amen.
Amen. Because Jada Kids really put on for the team. Like, I think, not to say the other guys didn't, but Jada Kids came so hard, and he's such an open-hearted person to where all that doesn't get to him. Mm-hmm. He know he did it for the team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Now they living it up and getting everything that they deserve that they probably should have gotten years ago. You know what I mean? Yes. But now it's the moment, and this is the time.
Yeah.
And he showed up, and he had to have the 50, 60, 80 points in the game for the team. You feel me?
Yeah.
And it's just good to see that you got to be careful with your team, because if your team members ain't ready, y'all can blow a whole opportunity.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So shout out to Jada Kids once again for continuing the bag. For everything that he deserved, and putting on an amazing show, not just for himself to get the trophy, but for his team. So him and his team eating. And it's just so dope to see that. And what else I wanted to give a shout out to? Oh,
Dr. Hair Flip.
My shout out for tonight is myself. I want to let y'all know that you can go ahead and pre-order my new single, All That.
Right now.
You feel me?
Okay, right now.
It's called All That, not that. I had to put that for the people. You know what I mean? I want to put All That. They be like, All That? Like, what is All That? But it's called All That. It comes out next Friday. So
the 20th.
I cannot wait for y'all to hear this when I know this is gonna be to me, I think it's so bomb. Like, I love Pray and Slay. Don't ever get it twisted. But All That, whew, it's a banger, baby. You feel me?
I can't
and it's
wait
for the Lord. You hear me? And it's a banger. What's up, Chaz?
I can't wait to hear it. Oh, and shout out to all the people who've been making TikToks and reels, because
hey, I get a new TikTok almost like every day, and I go back and listen to, you know, go and see the people who are adding on to my noises or whatever. Mm-hmm. Not noises, my sounds.
Your sounds, yeah.
Girl, I gotta get used to the verbiage. And it's just so bomb to see something that you created.
Yeah.
And they also feel the same way, like how you feel. You know what I mean? Like, it's just bomb to see your creation from nothing, and it's living and breathing inside of other people.
Are enjoying it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I don't care. Like I said, y'all, I've been doing this for one person. I have seen more than one person, but one person was always good for me. And that's going to continue as I keep releasing music. So I know for sure one person would be for All That. So y'all go ahead and get that, check that out. Make sure you guys subscribe to my Spotify channel. You have to like subscribe and like and heart stuff. I'm still learning that also. But other than that, that's all my shout outs for tonight.
All That. All right.
It's called All That.
Thank you for the clarification on how you pronounce it. I know how it's spelled on your cover and stuff, but you know, it's clear how you gotta say it, because it's different. It's different. It hit different when you say All That. You know what I'm saying? All right, y'all.
And y'all gonna hear more. Today was just announcing it, but I have a whole rollout to do between now and next Friday. So stay tuned on my IG and everywhere. I had to just join back Facebook.
Really?
Well, not really join, like just to get on. You know, I'm not even about Facebook. Facebook, don't try to get me later on in life and you come back and see this clip. But I'm just like, it's just so hard to keep up with Facebook. It's just so much.
It is. I think that's probably unfortunately one of the platforms that I don't really check that often. I normally check when I haven't like spoken to people in a long time, and I just want to kind of see if they're all right, if they're doing okay, whatever.
Oh, it's too many people.
But it's be so many people. Like once you get on, it's like you can't get off of it because you're checking it with everybody. So I just kind of stay off of that.
I can't be having no pull-ins of me. You're not finna have control over me. You hear me? So I gotta get on, get off. Get on, get off.
Get on, get off.
Yes, ma'am.
All
right. Anyway, so I did get on Facebook, like the last day or 2 or 3 or something like that, just so I can start promoting my music on there too.
Yeah.
Got to make sure I say hi to people, but it's really just to continue to promote and let everybody know over there what is going on with Angela.
Okay.
You feel me?
All right, so that's good for the shout
for the shout outs and the intros. Again, I want to thank you guys. It's episode 114. Y'all know how we do. We are recording this no matter what, but we want to include you guys in the live session, which is tonight, because the podcast normally goes up tomorrow.
Yes.
So this is just like a bonus feature for our podcast, and we actually enjoy the live audience. Hello. So let's get into it.
So do we have any PSAs for tonight other than our shout outs? No PSAs? All right. So I think I'm just going to start off with one, and it's kind of like I ain't going to really say it's a topic, but I at least want to address it. So I know everybody always has these, every time you hear something about Florida, it's always something crazy and always something, you know, real extra, and we doing the most, and we nothing but crazy people here. But finally, one thing that we trying to get right, or that we're at least trying to get on the same page on. I'm sorry, Florida's governor. He ain't my governor. Florida's governor, Ron DeSantis, basically tried to mandate that schools are not allowed to enforce the mask rule for kids going back to school. Yeah. You are not allowed to enforce it or make them wear masks. He's basically pro-parent choice. If the parent says they can have to wear it, then let the parent decide if they're going to wear it. No matter the spikes in the amount of COVID cases and all this kind of stuff that's happening right now, especially in this particular state. And finally, school boards are starting to say, nah, man, you tripping.
Yeah, they voted against him.
Yeah, he actually voted against him.
Yeah.
Even after he threatened
Denise.
to take their to actually withhold their salaries, officials' salaries.
Yeah.
And what was the other thing he threatened to do?
A mess. What's up, y'all? What's up?
He threatened to do some other stuff too.
Ashton?
Oh, take school funding. Those particular schools that do not adhere to what he basically is administering, then he's going to take their funding. It's absolutely crazy, but I'm glad that some of us are starting to wake up and have some sense and act like we got some common sense.
Yeah.
And actually learn to try to protect our children and ourselves. Like, it's absolutely crazy out here, and I really hope that people are taking this seriously, whether you are vaccinated or not. Let me make that very clear, whether you are vaccinated or not. If you're out and about, again, whether we choose to get it or whether you have already gotten it, everyone should still be wearing a mask because it can be passed between anybody, and that's the whole point. You know, so anybody, vaccinated or unvaccinated, it doesn't matter. So we hope that people are really paying attention to this because, again, nobody wants to start this whole cutting off the world thing again and going back inside. I'm over that.
I enjoyed my time.
I enjoyed my time, but I feel like this time would be longer. And I'm not with that right now. Like, I don't want to do that right now. I don't want to go back to that. I'm enjoying this, being able to go to the beach and just chill out and relax. Like,
well, that's one thing.
Simple little things like that.
Yeah, now
you know,
them cutting off the beach and all that. Like, I was very upset the whole time last year.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I got in when I could fit in with the beach. But other than that, like, I enjoyed my alone time. Like, I have alone time anyway. But the only thing I did not like was my real estate time when we had to shut down our open houses.
Yeah.
It was just hard. It was just so much extra work to go through these people's houses, hoping they didn't sneeze when we walked in this room.
Yeah.
You know, had to make sure my clients was like handing them gloves and making sure I had all of this hand sanitizer, which means I had to make sure I re-up on everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, and have the spray, and it was a lot. So, you know, closing deals in backyards and closing deals on the side of the house. Like, it was hot outside trying to close deals in tight and have my clients sign this book of papers if they were the buyers. You know what I mean? Like, it was a lot. However, I really enjoyed my quarantine. So,
I mean, I enjoyed it to an extent, but again, it's going to get to the point where they're doing exactly what EDK Jr. is saying right now. Did you hear about California teachers have to get vaccinated or tested weekly?
Yeah,
if they don't get the vaccination,
that's
and again, that's where it's headed, and that's what we don't understand is that by us not just doing something simple as just put the doggone mask on. Why is it so hard?
Trill Talk just made a great point. He said,
you
know, the kids gonna take that mask off
when you're not looking. You're right.
Which means it's gonna go to the houses, which means it's gonna be breakouts at schools. I already know they tried to do it last year. Well, this coming year, and they had to start shutting. They had to start
shutting schools and stuff down.
So it's just like,
we gotta do something. We can't just say, oh, just don't worry about it because we know they're gonna take it off. So you gotta do something. So it's either, you know, the kid, y'all have to have an option of you know, going back to online schooling or whatever. Unfortunately, I know a lot of people did not like that, and it was harder for teachers, not just the parent. But at some point, we got to do something because we're heading into you're not going to be able to go to restaurants. You're not going to be able to go grocery shopping. You're not going to be able to do this.
Now, that's
without
one thing
the
I
test.
did not. Okay, let me go back. That's one thing I did not like about the shopping part. The lines and the social distancing outside of the lines, and you can only get one thing of this and two. Bro, let me stack up how I want to stack up.
That's where it's headed, though. It's headed right back.
Girl,
there.
I remember Whole Foods was like, you can only get one bag of frozen vegetables, ma'am. What I'm supposed to do with
y'all have to know her. Y'all got to know her to understand how serious that is for her. Okay, she needs her. She is well stocked. Okay, if something ever happens in South Florida and I need a place to go and I need to make sure I got food, let me tell you something. I know where I'm going because this one right here is stocked of veggies. Okay,
girl, Shayla.
You stop. That's just what it is. She stopped. Okay, so I know where I need to go. So to tell someone like her that she can't get her veggie re-up is a problem. And I'm saying but it's simple pleasures like that is where we are heading yet again. If we can't do something as simple as put the doggone mask on, why is that hard? It's not.
Yeah. I'm cool with my mask because y'all know I ain't.
I still, whether I ever got the vaccination or not, I would still wear a mask. That ain't gonna change that. But it's. I just don't understand why people are making this such a big deal. Like, put the doggone mask on, and that's just what it is.
I know.
But hopefully, y'all will hopefully a severe turn will change. I don't know what's gonna happen.
Well, the only turn that I heard, that I saw today was that they are creating a new chip, that is going to be inserted into the body. And
excuse me, what?
Yes.
A chip that's inserted into what?
Our government has in the process of creating this chip. It's not all the way approved yet, but it's going to go in the body. It's going to detect coronavirus, COVID, whatever you want to say. So if the chip detects that you have it, that means.
So is that going? They're gonna make it that mandatory or something
with the chip?
Yeah. Cool. What would be the point if you're not gonna make that mandatory?
We're in the beginning of it. Who knows what next year gonna look like? So one lady said on Twitter, she was just like, this lady said,
crazy.
This lady said, "Oh yeah, that's a chip that's gonna talk to the other chip that you got in your body right now." I said, "Oh my God, these people!" But yeah, so they creating this chip that's gonna help detect not just COVID but other diseases as well.
Let's move on to the next topic because I have no comments on that.
The chip won't be as big as everybody think, and you're also going to be able to pay with things. You're going to be able to pay. You're going to be able to. It's going to detect any diseases in your body. They didn't do the whole list of what diseases. They did say COVID-19.
You're gonna be able to pay. What did you say?
I want to buy that.
So I want to. My wrist.
Yeah.
No, ma'am. Okay. Anyway,
they get to see if you have any diseases in your body.
They doing too much. They taking them too far.
So anyway, you can Google that. That's a real story. That's not like no play story. Like that's real. Crazy. You go on Twitter and look at everybody talking about that and how everybody feel about it. So the new chips is being developed by our government. What's up, G Money Man on Twitch? Shout out to everybody coming in from Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, YouTube. So yeah.
What's up, G Money? Okay, so let's go ahead to the first topic. What's the first topic of the night?
Do women leave good men?
Oh. Do we just leave good men?
Do women just get up and just leave a good man? Or is it men always leaving good women? Who's most likely to leave the best person? Do women leave good men? Or do men always leave good women? Now I might go on a run and it may track me down. Chill Talk say, nah, he don't want to get no chip because it may track him down when he on the run.
I'm just saying, that's what I'm talking about. That's starting the whole level of thing that I just can't. I can't even think about that right now.
So G Money Man said, define good.
I was about the same thing. G Money, define good.
Okay, so do women leave good men? Good men meaning they love on her, they treat her amazing, they support her, they lead her, and do women just leave that? Or men more prone to leave great women who support him, be there for him?
I think depending on who you're speaking to, man or woman, they're always going to say the opposite.
But it's most likely that a woman won't leave a good man.
I agree with you. I believe
but when
that
she
most
does
likely
leave a man, trust me, he ain't good.
I think we're less prone to just get up and just be out because something better came along. I think men are more likely to do that because they're more
women.
Visual. There's got to be more of a reason for us to leave. It's because normally it's our feelings and that attaches us.
Yeah,
we can't just move on like that.
Yeah,
fellas, it's a little different for y'all. Y'all are more visual. Y'all are more physical. So simple thing as a fat behind walk past you and y'all probably most likely, already on the way out. So it's a little different. I don't know. That's just my opinion.
What's up, Jay? She was just talking about you earlier today and how much she loved you and how much she missed you and how much you wish you was here.
Hey, boo.
And how much all of this stuff, Jay. You may call her when we done. But yeah, so G Money Man said, I think a good man is a responsible man.
Okay.
But yeah, it was just a big discussion about women really don't leave great men. But men would leave a good woman for some nonsense or what he think is better. But majority of the time, women would not leave a good man. And if she does leave him,
okay,
he's not good.
Okay, Edie Cajun says, cheat, not leave. Oh, okay.
Go to G Money's.
I don't know. All right, who is this? Vincent Conway
from Facebook.
Women leave good broke dudes all the time, but stay with bad broke dudes with good egg planning. I actually know a couple people who have done that, so I can't disagree with you, but I would say for the most part that I would not say that that's true.
Okay, so G Money says, so why is it that women file for divorce 70%, 72% of the time? I don't know the real number. Maybe you do. That's probably why you put it. But again, I just think women leave men that just not good for them and not good to them.
And normally when women file for divorce, it's not because of the lack of effort and the lack of not trying to make it work. Normally, men will just kind of stay around because it just is what it is and they don't want to have to go through that whole process. When women are more likely to be like, I'm done with this. I've put up with this for this amount of time and I'm over it. And so you won't make a move, so I'm going to just do it and be done because I don't want to deal with this no more.
Yeah. I'm done. You're not gonna love me.
And most men don't want to do that because of the things that come with divorce. You know, now you got to pay alimony. Now you most likely she might put you on child support. You got to do all of these different things, split your assets and all the stuff that y'all don't really want to do. And women are like, look, I'm still gonna be good.
Yeah.
So they're more likely to do it.
Yeah.
That's just, I mean,
Frederick McCoy on Instagram, he said when a woman leaves men, she would not be back. Baby, I don't know about everybody, but I know for me in this house. When I leave you, it's over and done. Baby, it's done. It's over. It's complete.
Signed, sealed, delivered.
Girl, not even signed, sealed, and delivered, baby. It's flown. It is submarined. It is to a whole different country, honey. A whole different...
That's submarines. I'm so done with you.
Over and done. So, anyway, I just wanted to bring that up because it was just saying that that women, we just would not leave a good man. Like a man would leave a good woman. You know what I mean? Like, we just won't. If that man is good to us, come on, think about it. If that man is good to us, what's up, Unc? Well, Uncle Luke to y'all. I call him Unc. Yeah, if that man is good to us, I'm not going nowhere. Like, if he's good to me, he is treating me good, he is loving me good, he is everything. I'm not gonna. Why would I leave him? So he has to be doing something for me to leave and exit.
Yeah.
Right? But with men, they will have a great woman and want to play the little fiddle and think she's going to always be there while he go and plays and chase the little mice, the rats from New York, literally the subway rats, and think seriously, and think that good woman is always going to be there. So I think man will gamble a good woman, but a woman ain't finna gamble a real good man. I'm talking about a man who treating us like the queens and women that we are.
Yeah, we'll put up with way more than I think than men would.
Yeah. So I just wanted to just,
I don't know. That's just in my experience.
We ain't gambling no good man, but y'all will gamble men. This is my perspective, not all and not everybody. I just feel like men would gamble a great woman and hope and pray she still be there. Nobody. We are gone.
All right. So G Money Man has a question.
Okay.
And the question is, let's see. Do you think it would be difficult for an alpha woman and an alpha male to thrive in a relationship?
I think so.
I think it would be. It would be difficult because you got two.
Okay.
You got two it would be very that similar. What?
That's true.
That you got two very similar personalities who both are kind of vying for that same kind of, I don't want to use the word control, but for that same kind of energy. And at some point, somebody got to give. Somebody got to say, okay, I can't be the alpha this time. Okay. And that's going to be hard for someone who's used to being an alpha.
As an alpha woman, I'll go ahead and it's nothing for me to put that hat on, baby. It's nothing, right? Because that doesn't mean anything. Just because I'm an alpha woman does not mean. Would I rather a beta? Probably. But I wouldn't. Absolutely. Not to have my alpha rule that. I just know betas are just more loving.
Okay.
They're more thoughtful.
Okay.
You know what I mean? They're not worrying about what they got going on in their life. Like they worrying about me, the house, and other people in the community. That's how I feel.
Mr. Carl, what you see? Said, can't be but one man in my house.
But it's not about, see, and that's the thing I think.
Mr. Carl, we see every week.
I think when men hear that a woman is alpha, I think he feels like she's like the man of the house. No.
No.
You think I want to be the man of my house? No, I want my man to be the man of the house. I want to come in and be like, oh, babe, like, please, hello. Please, like, I want to submit to my husband. I don't care if he's a beta or alpha.
Yeah.
But if he's an alpha, he got to know, come on now. You got an alpha here. So I can do, you can't just be chopping my head off and chopping my arms and my feet and my legs off and want me just to be a stud of a body and just sit there and do nothing. You have to understand, like, I'm an alpha female too. Like, I like to go get it too. Yeah. So use that to your advantage and say, dang, my wife is a rider. Like, she can help me. You know what I mean? The things that I can't do, the things that, and then it helps. It feeds her as well because she can actually do those things. So help feed me, babe. Feed me. Let me do some work too. Not all the work, because you are my man. And I still want you to, and I still want to submit to that man. Like, I don't want to be in no house and I ain't submitting no man. Like, that. What are you here for? Honestly, so what would he be there for if I can't submit to him and he doesn't make me feel comfortable and make me feel safe enough to submit to him? Like, I want to feel safe. I want to feel protected. I want to be, I want that man to do what men do, supposed to do in this environment of life. And when he does that, he gets Angie, she may come up sometimes, child. But Angela is ready to submit to her husband, but at the same time, he got to understand, I'm alpha too. The things you can do, I can do some of that too. And I want to do that. And I want him to see that, you know what?
It's not always
gives her
on. Yeah.
It gives her fire in the relationship and gives her a little bit more purpose to know that she can help with the certain things in the house. You know what I mean? Or certain things in our lives and take over some things that he can't. Let him go focus on some other stuff and let me handle that, babe. Like, I'm not going to just be sit at home turning my thumbs and on IG all day. No, I want to do work too. I ain't the housewife like that. Would I want to be one? To a certain degree, I have to do something. I can't just not do nothing.
Mr. Convoz say you're not going to be safe with no beta.
Yes, I can. See, y'all be getting these roles mixed up. Some betas are so... Just because he ain't thugged out here with no gun on his chest, walk around with a gun on his chest, don't mean I wouldn't feel safe. Safe is not always physical. Safe is my emotions. Safe is my spirituality.
Girl, amen.
Safe is just everything. I could talk to him about something. And yes, when somebody try to come up in their house, he already know I'm right behind him, baby. What's good? Who in here?
Look. I think a lot of the times when men hear that, most men I feel like always going to say that they're alphas when a lot of them are not. They think they are, but they are not. And I think the moment they hear you say alpha versus beta, they immediately think negatively about the one, or there's one better than the other. No, they're just different. And it all depends on the person they get hooked up with. I mean, they could, it could most certainly work out. Again, your strengths sometimes, it depends on what you're strong in. You could be an alpha in one thing and a beta in something else. It's all about your strengths. You know what I'm saying? Maybe your dominant part of your personality may be leaning towards one thing, but your strength doesn't have to necessarily be completely all, I'm just an alpha, I'm just a bit. No. You know, so I think y'all have to start thinking of it different.
That macho thing is so FAMU-ish, like so high schoolish. Girl, we are grown. Like, I need a man who's gonna be able to talk, and not just talk just to talk. I need a man who's not gonna be afraid to show his feelings, not just about the world. I'm talking about just for me and myself in our house.
Yeah,
I need a man who is okay with his emotional side, his physical side. Do I want him crying every day? Absolutely not. But what I'm trying to say is that I still need that man to be emotionally available to me.
Yeah.
And it is proven and shown that most beta men are more emotionally available for their partners
than an alpha. That's very true.
You know what I mean? Let's be for real. We're not sitting here just making up stuff. I mean, it is what it is. Like, can I have a person who's in the middle? Absolutely. Can they have an arm in alpha and an arm in beta? I'm cool with that too, because everybody is born different. Ain't nobody just only this and only that.
Yeah.
I believe in divergence. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, that's one of my favorite movies, by the way. I believe that there's divergence. Like, nobody is just one or the other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
again, it's all depends on what, what that particular situation is, and that's where that strength would lie. You know what I'm saying? How you would handle it. Let's see. Trill talk. Really? I can't. Really? So, I can't even answer that because you already know the answer.
He has to be vulnerable. Yes, I just need him to be vulnerable. And it's proven and shown, majority, not all alpha men, they're just sometimes they just not vulnerable. And they don't have the time. They ain't got time for that. And baby, I don't have time for that. And then when you start rubbing me the wrong way and you get the match with the matchbox, and I would light up. Like, I don't want no. I'm already the match. I don't need a matchbox. You understand?
Amen. Amen.
You keep rubbing, you gonna start a fire.
What's up, Ink Mark?
So I just want peace in the Middle East.
Okay, so Johnson H Friends on IG says, sometimes the issue is that alphas are defined by women. Sometimes women think that they know too much about what it takes to be a man. It's like men trying to tell women how to be a woman. In some cases, I would agree with you on some cases, but at the same time, that's like saying a man could never understand a woman in any kind of way when you deal with nothing but women. That's not really true. So, I mean, I get where you're going with it, and I get what you're saying, but at the same time, again, everyone is not, like she said, everyone is not all of one thing.
Of the other. No.
You're not only this or only that.
Yeah.
It just depends on that particular situation.
And and that person too.
Yeah, and the person.
People bring either the best or the worst out of you. You hear me? So you think I want to, like I said, I don't want nobody who's my matchbox.
I feel you.
Because I could become fire. I'm already the match. And I ain't trying to be striking in my household. I do not. So to have a man compliment that and make me feel comfortable enough and safe enough to bring that layer of myself down and submit my womanly stuff to him, he is it. You hear me? So it don't matter if he's alpha or beta, whatever, but he gotta be submittable.
Okay. All right.
For me to bring that alpha of me, that majority of the alpha of me down. Because I still have beta 2 in me, I think. You feel me? But
anyway, we're gonna go on to the next topic. We're going to the next topic now.
Ooh,
all right, so all right, next topic. Are modern day women failing the culture?
Wait a minute.
Are modern day women failing the culture?
Our modern
so think of it. Back in the day, the woman of the house was in the house raising the children, taking care of the home, all of that stuff, taking care of the husband and all of that. Now, most of the time when you hear about the woman of the house, is outside of the house working. She's career driven. She's career goal oriented. That somebody else is taking care of the kids when she's not really around, and she really only has them at night, and or they're in daycare. All of the roles that the women of the past used to take on, now somebody else is kind of doing. So, would y'all say that today's woman is failing the culture?
No.
Has it negatively, has that role switch negatively affected our culture?
From women? No.
Okay.
Who I think it is, it's a collective between a man and a woman.
Okay.
Because if the man, and I get it, we all, no matter what, we all wanted our own rights as women. We all wanted to do things. We wanted to be able to vote. We wanted to do like all these things just as women. Like there's so many women rights that we fought for just to have a voice in just society before working.
Okay.
But I think that was a big failure. Especially, I can't speak for the white community. I can't speak
on
for
what
the black community.
Your experience. Yeah.
And there was a big problem between the 60s coming into the 80s. Probably could go back before the 60s. But they really seen the shift between the 60s coming into the 80s and when we could go to 50s. And where the black man, he couldn't provide all by himself. And he wasn't there majority of the time. So it forced us to go out and even want to think about doing things. And that
Help,
thinking about
basically
to help feed our kids. Who gonna feed our kids? This man is gone. He has a family on another side of the town. He has left us. He has impregnated me and he is gone. He's not even here. And not even that.
Yeah.
He probably got killed. You know what I mean? And it leaves a single woman, a single female, a divorcee of a woman to go fend for her and her kids. If she got 3 kids in the house, what's she gonna do? Sit there and sit on her hands? Absolutely not. We're gonna come up and get our Harriet Tubman on, honey, and go work and get our things done. So that's what happened. I think the shift of our men in the black community shifted, and it uprised so much. It made us go out and work. It made us take care of our own household. It showed us that when the man ain't there because he chose not to be there, we can stand up for ourselves.
Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of yeses. I'm seeing a lot of yeses.
You know what I mean? And that's what happened.
So
you know what I mean? So are women to blame for today's society? Absolutely not. We just couldn't sit back and hope and pray that this man was going to come back in our life, that this man was going to juggle his 50 million families he had, that this man was going to come and have enough money to actually support the family. So if the woman had to step up and help the family, I don't think that was a detriment to of a woman. You know what I mean? I just think the man just couldn't do it all by himself back then. And the reality was you couldn't do it by yourself. That had a dagger. And we had to come in and help you, and that daggered them as well. You know what I mean? Like, what you mean? You trying to help? We the man. Yeah, but baby, we eating cheese every day. Let me go at least work. The kids will be at school. The kids got school programs. All of that stuff started to happen. You know, they have the family. You know, let me go work to help with the family. When we came in and helped, that was the problem. And see, they don't even remember that black women, we were kind of, I hate to say it, we were the help. We know how to help. And that goes back deep in our roots of slavery. We know how to help. And we go back before slavery and go where we was thriving and all of that in Africa. But in some of to land before it wasn't even though Africa was just here in before it was America and all of that. With the Indians, it was black Indians, it was black people here too. But you gotta understand, we was always to help. Look at the lion and the lioness. Like the lioness go out and get the food. You know what I'm saying? It's just part of the food chain. I think men just be forgetting that. Like, I think a lot of women, for her to be at home all day, ain't doing nothing with no kids. That's a detriment to our society.
Okay. So I'm seeing
no kids, because when you're a single mom at home, that's a whole different story, because that is a new job. And I get that. That's hard. You know what I mean? But I'm talking about the women who just be at home doing absolutely nothing. She ain't doing nothing. And yes, there's some women out there who do that. They're at home doing nothing. They are around smoking cigarettes. They ain't doing nothing at home.
Okay. So Trill Talk TV says the question, guys, was are modern day women failing the culture? And Trill Talk TV on IG says yes. Drum Gods Inc. says yes.
Girl,
let's see.
G Money said, Harriet Tubman, are you running
around? I'll downhill. Trill talk, really? They started making $20 and they went on the world. I'm so done with you. Mr. Convoz says drugs in the prison complex also has helped destroy
that affected
us.
it. And they sit here, and you guys are sitting here wondering why Black women are the number one entrepreneurs in the world, United States, and why Black women are so eager to go help and do it. Not all, why some of us are so like at it because of that. It's just because of that. It's because of it. Do we want to be out here, busting our fingers and having splits? No, we want to? No, but it has been embedded in us because of literally the two generations before us. We could go back far, but the last 2-3 generations before us has showed us that we got to work too.
Yeah,
we got to help the man out because the man can't do everything by himself unless he does A, B, C, D, or E, and that's it. It's only 5 things that he can do. If those men don't have those 5 things, it's basically saying that the woman has to help out because there's not enough money.
Okay, I see a comment that I have to read,
and it's not his fault that there's not enough money. It's just that's how the job economic situation is. So
Mr. Conwood says that was by design. The government wanted to break up the Black families. You couldn't live in public housing with no man, and they weren't giving brothers jobs to take them out of public housing. And then Chill Talk TV says it's because modern day women turn their nose down on men is the main issue. Now, I definitely do not agree with that. I don't think that we turn our nose down at men at all. I think that it's to the sorry ones, yeah.
Definitely to the sorry ones.
That's just keeping it real. To the sorry ones, no. But for the most part, no. I don't think that we do that at all. I think that we understand what our role is, and we understand that our role, whether we are the breadwinners or whether we're out here making the big money or not, is still to support our man and the household. And if in today's age, think of it. Most people can own mortgages. You can't even work loan and take care of rent. Okay, that was one of the PSAs I wanted to bring up. That was absolutely ridiculous. Like, think about it. In South Florida, here right now, there is no way that, well, I ain't gonna say no way, but most people working, let's just say you make $20 an hour, 20 to 25, cannot afford to live here and pay for bills by yourself.
Not majority.
Not majority. I mean, that's insane. So that means you have to have 2 incomes. You have to have 2 incomes. So where you getting that income from? If you don't have passive income on the side, just think we are just now starting to get into the age where people are starting to have passive incomes, where that's now a thing that we are talking about in our households.
Yeah.
Back in couple years, won't nobody think about that years and years ago about that?
Like I said, it's literally 2-3 generations we talking about here.
Yeah, so it's not like we're just out here like we just trying to just take over. No, we did what we were supposed to do because it was helping our family.
Yeah,
because we didn't have a choice.
Exactly. And I think men just got to realize, like, we not here to up nothing. Like,
I don't want your role, really.
Yeah, who wants to be a child?
I don't want that.
No, ma'am. He made me a woman for a reason because he knew I was not going to be able to take care of that man role. You hear me?
Okay, but I don't want your role, period.
Yeah, but at the same time, we're going to be a team. You feel me? Like Michelle Obama done said. You feel me? Like, we're going to be a team, baby. Let's be this team.
Straight up.
Yes, I still want you to be Jordan.
Don't see me as your adversary.
Yeah, like, I still want you to be Jordan, but I'm going to be Pippen, though. And you already know. It ain't no Jordan without the Pippen. You feel me? So,
oh my God, real talk. Okay, let's see. All right, we're gonna move on to the next thing. Next topic.
Next topic.
Number 3. Thank y'all for commenting on that particular topic.
All right, so I saw this story. This is going back to. Let's just keep it short, okay? I saw this story about this nurse who lost both of her parents to COVID. Mm-hmm. And they beat her up badly all on social media about They were blaming her because she told them, they basically refused to get the vaccine, but they were older, right? They refused it. And they're basically telling the nurse, which is the daughter of these parents, that she basically committed murder in some type of way because she's a nurse. Why she didn't just administer and tell them and push them to go get the vaccine. And it's like there's now Indian wars going on, the vaccinated versus the unvaccinated going on. Mm-hmm. And it's like dividing the country with that. But she just got bombarded online about how dare you allow your parents to not get vaccinated. Ain't you a nurse? And she didn't get the vaccine herself either.
Okay.
Right. So I don't know how her hospital has just switched over or not, but it wasn't required for that nurse to have her vaccination. Mm-hmm. So they calling her a murderer. Because she works at the hospital. She does not have the vaccine. Her parents did not want to get the vaccine. Now they just passed away recently. Not at the same time, but one after the other because of COVID.
And they're calling her a murderer.
Because she should have protected her family. So the question is, not just any nurses. When you come home to your other family members, are you responsible to the death of others when it comes to this whole COVID thing? When other people just don't want to get the vaccine along with you, and come to find out it's just harsher on them. Are you considered a murder? Committed a murder?
Well,
they're calling the lady a murderer.
You already know. I think that's some bull crap.
They're calling the lady a murderer.
You already know. You already know that I think that's some bull crap. One, everybody on this earth, whether again, whatever my choice is, my mom she can say what she wants to say. She can give her opinion, and I respect her opinion. Yeah. But I'm gonna still make my own choice.
Yeah.
And vice versa. Whatever, my mother is a grown woman. If she decides that she don't, if she were to have decided that she didn't want to get the vaccine, and I'll just keep pushing it, maybe I can only say so much. But you're an adult. Like you have a right to do with your body what you want to do with it. I can't say jack, nothing. Now, if something happens to happen, it's unfortunate, but who's to say you wouldn't have went a different way? Who am I? Who are you to tell me that, she would still be here today if that wasn't the case? Like, no. So no, I think that's absolutely
messed up.
Bull crap. Like Trill Talk TV says, there's no guarantees in life.
Yeah.
Period.
Because you could do everything right. You know what I mean? Like, she could have got her vaccine, coming home to see them, and maybe they would have went to the store or opened the door for a delivery person and got it then. You know what I mean? Like,
and you're also saying that everybody who has gotten the vaccine, everybody 100%, not 90%, not 92%.
They're carriers anyway.
That everybody who has gotten the vaccine has not died from it. And there have been a couple of people, a couple of cases that I've heard of people who actually had the vaccine who got COVID anyway and died from it still.
Yeah,
now, obviously, they're not as high as the ones that don't have the vaccine. But the point is, it still happened. Yeah. So it's not like this is the only way you're going to survive. No, it's not. So again, that's bull crap. And again, people just doing the most and trying to just leave that lady alone.
Because it's like you can't control none of that. And I get it. Like, if you were staying in the house, we had like maybe a house 5 people. And one of us is continually going to the hospital. I don't, and it's me, right? I'm going to the hospital every day. I'm working. And I bring a Delta variant in the household, and everybody is in here. Nobody else is going anywhere because everybody's elderly or something like that. Basically, it's my fault because they got sick. No. Like, they know it was time to get the vaccine. They declined the vaccine, even though they knew I was going to the hospital with no vaccine. And not even that, even if the woman would have had the vaccine, she still could have been a carrier, they're saying, right?
Yeah.
She still could have carried it to the parents. So it's just like,
we always want somebody to blame.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
I just wanted to bring it because that was a real story, you guys. And I read it, and it was just like, people were just bashing this woman, and I just feel sorry for her because she'd already lost both of her parents. She already feel like it's her fault. You know what I mean? Like, it's just, and everybody say she's a murderer. Like, can you imagine? Like, that's some Jesus type stuff. Like, murderer. Like, can you imagine? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It wasn't her fault. So anyway, moving on, girl. I just wanted to just get that true story out there. What's happening in America when people are passing away within your families, and come to find out you brought it to them. and now it's your fault.
Yeah. You have a right to do with your body what you will, and I have a right to do with mine what I will. And if I feel like if I'm living in a house with someone who was going to a hospital that frequently and didn't have the COVID test, I would have even been out of there altogether. Like, I'm not coming in contact with you at no point, or I'm going to do what I feel like I need to do to protect myself. And whether that's, have 3 KN95 masks on, or actually just go and get the doggone vaccine, it doesn't mean that there was 100% chance that I'm not going to.
Yeah, it's still not 100%.
It's not 100%. So I mean, you're not. There's no proving a point here. It's just who we gonna blame for this. So leave that lady alone. She is grieving enough. Yeah. And I think that's crazy. But this society is the team of who we gonna blame next. Yeah. That's all it is. Who we gonna blame next? True. Anyway, okay.
Moving on.
Next topic. Would you all say, you know what? No, we're gonna go here. All right. So I saw on there was a clip on Love and Hip Hop, I think Love and Hip Hop New York. Yandy and Mendici were actually in there. They had I guess they came back, whatever, and she's been around, and Mendici, or her husband, Yandy's husband, wanted to know when the daughter was going to be, going back to wherever she was. She's like 19 years old or something. So they were basically telling her they were going to help her move out and help her get on her own feet and get her an apartment and pay for her apartment for a couple months. I mean, I don't know too many parents who would do that. And, until you get a job and so that you can be able to kind of get out on your own and learn to kind of grow up and become a young adult. She obviously had a major problem with that. She's had some abandonment issues in the past, and I guess she still suffers. She has a lot of triggers when it comes to that. So I guess my question is, today, in today's times, should parents reconsider the idea of making their kids enter into adulthood by leaving the nest after they leave high school? So at 18 years old, at 17 years old, do y'all think it's still a good idea? The way, back in the day, parents used to be like, okay, if you're not going to college, you're going to get a job, and you're going to do what you need to do, because you ain't going to just stay in my house and not do nothing. In today's times, and with how, expensive it is now to live, it's totally different than how it was then. Yeah. Is that still a good idea to push kids out when they're not prepared?
I don't know, pushing them out, but they have to get prepared. So you're going to be prepared underneath my roof. You know what I mean? If you're not ready to go out, but you got to at least work. Okay. You cannot just come home and do nothing. I'm not ready about the whole nothing life. You got to do something, like anything. But staying in the house after age 18, you didn't go to college, you're not working at all, you're not volunteering anywhere, you're not doing nothing. And I'm not saying against her. I'm just saying, like, while you're there, do I agree with pushing somebody? Like, when they're 18, I don't agree with that. But what they can do, another option is you could stay here, and which one of my clients actually did for their daughter. She stayed underneath the roof. She paid them the rent.
So there was rent. Okay.
Yeah, paid them a portion of the rent. Okay. And she was saving, and she didn't know they was going to do this. So she was saving up to move out and got into the groove of paying bills and got into the groove of this lifestyle of being on your own. Okay. And working, at least. Mm-hmm. When it was time for her to move out, the parents had saved up all the money and gave it back to her.
See, that's what I'm talking about. That would be more of my route. Yeah.
Saved up the money, gave it back to her. She paid the condo with me.
That's dope. So they prepared her for, you're not just going to move out into this world and be like, we're going to move you out, at least prepared.
Yes.
Now, what happens?
They prepare her underneath the roof.
Yeah.
Kicking somebody out. No, every child is different. Every child isn't ready to go to no college. Every child ain't.
100% agree.
Every child ain't, because I couldn't wait to get college. You hear me? Like, I was ready to go. I was ready to leave, go. But every child not like that. You know what I mean? And that's okay. But what I can say is, you're not going to be in the house doing absolutely nothing, though. Absolutely nothing? No. That I don't believe in. You got to go get some type of job. I don't care if it's 5 hours a week. You got to go get something and get into the groove of what you actually want to do. And when you get into that groove, you going to work and you saving up and you're getting, I'm about to repeat myself, but you get into the groove of how real, because 19 is coming, 29 is coming, 39 is coming, and you got to be prepared.
Okay, so
but pushing the babies out, no. And yes, they still babies at night. No, you don't push nobody out.
Okay, Mr. Convoz says she grown. 19.
Yeah, she grown, but again, everybody is different. Like push her to get a job. Push her to get a job. Yes.
Drum Guys Inc. says not a good idea. Johnson H. Friend says children are not temporary. You never stop being a parent until you die. It seems that they used that girl as an emotional tool when Mendices was sent up. Now she is expendable. Again, I can see. I can again, we don't know all the dynamic of what happened behind the scenes of their life, her growing up. You only know what they're sharing, right? But at the same time, I understand wanting your kids to understand that, this life is not easy, and especially not for. So, you're going to definitely have to be productive out here.
Yes.
But
yes,
I don't agree with again, especially because it seems they have the means to be able to put her on a better path, to be able to
set her up,
set her up for success, correct? Not just give you 2 months of rent. So let's just say, okay, right this very moment, she's not ready. All right. What is it do you think that will make, what is it you think will make you ready? You're not in college, but what can we do to make you ready? In the next year, if we allowed you to stay here, and you put this amount of money in a pot, like I think that's the route I would go. You put this amount of money in the pot every month. I don't care what your other bills and expenses you got, that's on you. But this amount of money goes in this pot. And then whatever, money that you think is enough, or enough for a down payment on something that you're going to own, then I would go ahead and give you, okay, now you've been working, you've seen what it is, you've seen what it costs to live, you're more prepared on what you need to be doing. I've given you time to kind of figure that out, and now you should be on a path to that. Let you go out and do what you want to do. I feel that's a better path than just saying, let me put you in an apartment and get out and whatever. Again, I don't know their situation, and I don't know, why they feel that way at this very moment or at that very moment. But I just think in today's time, it's just harder just to tell your child, I know high school's over and you ain't never did this before, but bye.
Yeah, nah.
You feel me? Like I
every child different, man.
I get tough love, but I think that's not smart.
That's not the way.
Tough love and being smart is different.
You repeat abandonment issues, and those abandonment issues leads to a lot of other stuff that they got to deal with, by themselves.
But you're also repeating bad cycles.
And generational curses.
Generational curses, exactly. Like, if you can help your child get ahead and actually start somewhere where you didn't, why not? Why wouldn't you?
Why not put the bloodline further? And that's all I be trying.
Yeah.
Don't have me,
I mean, I pray that they figure that out, and I hope because I did not get the idea that they didn't love her and didn't care about her. I think that they thought that this would make her responsible, and it seems like maybe they have an issue with her being responsible. That's kind of the vibe I got from it. But at the same time, in today's times, it's a little harder to just tell your child to just get out here and get it how you live, like.
Because you don't know what they can put that child. And then you around here crying when your child end up dead somewhere trying to get it how they live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we have YouTube Soldier Man. He said, I agree. Be prepared to be adulthood instead of pretending to be grown. No matter how old, parenting never stops. More independent, less dependent as life goes on. And I agree with that.
I 100% agree with that.
I agree with that. But at the same time, we got to do better for the bloodline. We can't be repeating stuff. And I've been in them predicaments my own self where things try to get repeated. No. Like, Why?
Yeah.
Why would we want to repeat that? Didn't it hurt you enough?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Didn't it cause some hurt and some pain in you that I'm reaping it now? You feel me? And you want to repeat that? Like, that's not cool. So, like you said, I hope they think of another option and do it that way and help her save up and match it when she gets out. Like, whatever they can do. But just kicking her out abruptly, I don't agree with it. So if that was the answer, I don't agree.
Again, they're the parent. They got to do what they feel is best for them, and I hope that they
still
figure that out.
At the end of the day,
but I think there's another way to go about it. I think that maybe she would have been a little more open to, and she just seemed kind of unready to do that. And sometimes you have to realize who you're dealing with. Who you can do one thing with one kid and not do the same with another. Like it's they're just different. So I think just as parents, you just gotta, like you guys have said on Instagram, you just gotta prepare the kids a little bit better and get them prepared for work, their work life. You know what I mean? I know that
for
adulthood
me,
life.
I know for me, I had to work as soon as I turned 16. I had to work. You know what I mean? And then I wanted to work too, but I had to work. So working at 16 and 17 and 18, and it went all the way through till I was in college. I worked from 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Like, I was a working young woman. So, but that's not everybody's story.
Nope, because I didn't work till after. You
didn't have to work
after college because I didn't have to.
Yeah. So I just think parents still gotta be. I saw this post about this man real quick before we move on. This Middle Eastern man. He said, my granddaddy had, I'm gonna just throw some cars out there. I don't really know. Mm-hmm. My granddaddy drove a Lincoln. My daddy drove a Benz. I'm driving a Porsche. My son's finna drive he said, a better car than a Porsche. Then he said, my great grandson, he's gonna have to get a Honda, because the more you spoil the kids and you prevent them from real life, they would not take the life seriously. They're gonna fall short in a lot of areas. There's gonna be things about them that it's going to mess them up in the long run, because they don't know how to fight for themselves. They're always going to be dependent on you. You know what I mean? They're always know they got a clutch somewhere. You know what I mean?
I agree with that.
So when I saw that, I was like, my God, like, and he was a owner of a gas or oil company in Dubai somewhere, whatever.
So it's not that he couldn't. He could have easily just said here.
He could have said, the family's still going to have the money, but they're going to cut him off at some point and let the grandson fend for himself to even make the family bloodline even better. Because if not, he ain't got to do nothing. He already said his son is just chilling. His son ain't doing nothing. He's just taking the money. You know what I mean? And when you not busting your butt just a little bit, it will show up in your life and hit every part of your life that you're not even thinking it should hit. You know what I mean? So.
Okay, Mr. Convoz says she was a foster kid. Okay. I mean, again,
I don't agree with.
We don't know we don't know the dynamics. Nobody can really speak on what she really should have done. All you can say is give her another option and way of maybe being able to do it. But we don't know what the reasoning and all that kind of what stuff was, and why they did what they did the first time. When it came to her and she wasn't in the household.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yes, you can, EDK Jr. Oh yeah. So thank you for that. So guys, if you want to DM us a topic for like a future episode or whatever, you can always do that. DM us and let us know, and we most certainly, even if you're not on that episode, we will most certainly shout you out and bring up that particular topic, so that you can that we saw it and addressed it.
Right. DM it at Brains and Beauty IG, which is Brains in Beauty ×2 on IG, and we'll get the DM. Before we go ahead and get out of here, you guys, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. I wanted to do something real quick and brief.
Okay, go ahead.
Okay. Before we're gonna end this real light tonight, right? Real nice and light, and get us ready for the rest of the year. The year's almost over. So what are you saying no to this month?
Ooh, what am I saying?
What are you guys going to say no to in the month of August to prepare yourself better for the rest of the year, which is How many months we got left, child? It's going by
So
fast.
whatever we say no to in August has to be also no for the rest of the year, or just no for now?
Just what can you say no to in August that can help you and prepare you for the rest of the month? So it can help you for September. It can help you for the rest of the year. What can you say no to? What would you say no to for this month? I know we almost was not even half of the month yet.
What can I say no to for the rest of the month?
Yes. What would you say no to? So what would you guys say no to before we wrap up? You can just throw it in the chat real quick. It ain't nothing too deep. Just what are you gonna say no to this month?
Johnson H. Friends on IG says unwarranted stress and no drugs.
Okay. Unwanted stress and no drugs. I like that.
Okay.
Y'all, that's not that deep. It's just something light.
I want to say no to ice. Y'all don't understand how bad it is over here, okay? Y'all when I say that, I'm laughing, but I'm serious.
No, me too.
Like, I really want to say
I do want to
I want to say no. Wait, I want to say no to 10 cups of ice a day. I want to say yes to 1 or 2.
Say no.
At 10 cups. Like, it's gotten to the point where it's ridiculous, y'all. Like, it has replaced food. That's how ridiculous it's gotten. Oh, you're hungry? No, just give me some ice. Like, it's on those kind of levels. So, I would love to say, pause on the ice. And I would love to say no to distractions. Anything that's not helping me move forward, progress, improve myself, my mind state, anything that's not doing that, I would love to say no to that.
Okay.
And that's a couple of things. I can't really name one, but it's just anything like that I can get focused and really, really, really focus on the rest of these couple months, so that come January 2022, I'm really starting off in a good space, in a good place.
Okay.
So,
Mr. Convoz said, anybody try to get in his car without a mask, he's saying no to.
I hear you. I ain't mad at that at all. Straight up.
Mr. Frederick McCoy said he's saying no to violence.
No violence. Oh, I know some people who need to say no to violence too for the rest of the year too. God. Okay. Say no, honey. Just no.
Let me see. I want to hit you with the ice though, but I want to get rid of ice.
You want to I don't want to get rid of it. I just want to diminish.
No. I need to get rid for my teeth purposes. Like that's my reason. I need to get rid of it. Like, why am I a slave to this ice?
And do you be biting into it do you let it get frosty where it's a little soft now and it's easier to bite, or do you be trying to bite through it when it first come out the bag? Oh, see, that's the problem then. I wait till it get frosty.
I do both. Like
it has to be soft for me to bite it.
When does it ever get soft?
So if you let
the more they wait. I feel like the more that you allow the ice to melt, it becomes harder.
No, ma'am. See, okay. So if you let ice sit in a cup
with water,
take the water. No, there's no water in there.
No, I'm just saying as it melts.
Yeah. Leave it in. Leave the water. Leave the water in there. If you let it melt a little bit and the ice becomes like frosty, like you can't, like, it's not like you can kind of, like, you can't see through it anymore. It looks frosty on the inside. Then it's soft enough to bite where it's not hard and you don't feel like you about to crack a tooth. I eat so much ice a day. This is how it works, y'all.
No, it's not a low iron issue.
Kind of way.
It's not a low iron issue. I think that's just like one.
I've heard of it numerous times, and I'm actually going to find out if I have iron deficiency on Saturday because I got to know this. Yes, that's one thing I'm going to get tested for because I don't know. I don't think it is, but everyone keeps telling me that they think that's exactly what it is.
I think it produces a low iron. You know what I mean?
So by me eating you think I could have started it?
Yes. Like, let me tell you something about the ice. Ice bloats me, and I did
God, me too. Really?
Yeah, I did a test. I did a test for like 3-4 days.
Wow.
And I was craving it so bad, like a crackhead.
I thought it was just me. Okay.
Well. So ice bloats me. Ice keeps me tired. You hear all this stuff I'm saying? I'm still doing it.
Tired? Oh, no, I'm not tired.
Yeah, it gives me fatigue.
So the bathroom a lot, like ridiculously. Like I drank a gallon of water.
Yeah, so I get a little bit like I had ice all day today, as you can see. I get fatigued.
She had ice before this live, y'all, just in case you want to know. And that good 10-pound bag too, not that little,
God.
not the cube ones.
Yes, Lord. Yes, God. It has sufficed, my God. Okay.
Oh my God.
So ice makes me very fatigued. And I saw when we was getting ready to go to Colorado, some said take some iron pills. It gave me shortness of breath. Yes. And I've been noticing this with the gym. So the day before, like I went ham today, which means I can't go ham tomorrow. So I could be able to do great things for Friday. For the gym. You know what I mean? And it's just so many things I'm noticing. And when I take my iron pills, I feel so much better. So I don't feel it different. So now I think do low iron. But anyway, that's one of the things I want to say no to is say no to ice a little more.
Okay.
And I also, like you said about distractions, I want to have less distractions. I have so many goals with my music coming up over the next couple of months. I have so many goals just for myself in real estate. I have so many goals for business. I have so many goals I want to just hit and focus on. And I don't want to have any more distractions. Like I've been doing very good trying to share myself with bits and pieces of social media a little better. But I have to be on, it's hard because you can't be on social media, you know what I mean, to build.
Yeah, it's like not even an option anymore.
Yeah, it's like, so sometimes I want to pull back and I leave it alone, but then I may leave one platform and go to another platform and try to build that platform and leave that one and come over here and try like it. Child. So trying to manage social media better. Okay. And leave distractions alone and not surf and turf.
That's definitely one.
But social media for purpose. I need to make sure social media is for purpose. So and I like what EDK Jr. said about budgeting. So
no to spending money crazily. Try to save
this month
straight up, because let me tell you something.
I'm trying not to spend money on food
even when it's a sale
this month.
Oh, that, you know what? Great one. Yes.
So I want to
starting to cook more. I want to stop spending money outside my house constantly, because I will go and buy groceries, then turn around and go and buy dinner. Like what was the purpose? Like, it's really bad. So
yeah, and that's a habit.
It's a really bad habit.
And the food has stuff in it that makes us crave it. You know what I mean? So it's just so much. But this month, try to do less ice.
Try. Keyword.
Yes. And budget a little bit better when it comes to my food and spending. Because even though I haven't been spending money out, I feel like I go to the grocery store like 2-3 times a week now.
Well, you see in your freezer, you know what it is. It's the veggies. It's the sale. Stop having sales on them veggies.
No, it's trying to eat fresh, bro.
Well, that's but you already know trying to eat healthy and eating like fresh stuff, that's hard. It's hard on the pockets. It's hard
too.
It is hard on the pocket because it is not cheap, and you can't just get in and say, "Oh, this is gonna last all week." No, sir. You got to get that thing like the day you trying to eat it, or the day before. Yeah, it's crazy.
It's so hard, but it's doable, and I'm gonna try my hardest this month to create new habits. Like that was my thing this month. Like I tweeted out like maybe a week ago. I was like, I'm gonna start making new habits. If I don't make new habits, I won't be able to change new things.
Yeah, amen.
So, and I have to do it. It's no more just saying it. Like if I don't do it, I don't take the actions, I'm disappointing myself. And who wants to disappoint her? Not I, not me, not her. You feel me? Everybody else could disappoint her, but I can't keep disappointing myself. Amen. You feel me?
Amen.
So that's all I wanted to say to everybody. We want to thank everybody for joining. Shay, do you have anything else you want to say?
Yes. So next week, guys, we will not be live.
Yeah, we
got to make sure we say that. I will be having surgery, so I will not. The reason I can't go live. So y'all, y'all prayer warriors out there, y'all send one up for me. Send one up to our Father. And just I'm praying that all will be well. Everything will go as it's supposed to go.
It will.
And yeah, that's it. I think I'm thinking about videoing the experience. I don't know. Yeah, okay. I'm still thinking about it, just because it's crazy that because what I'm going through now I've realized how many other women are going through it, and I never would have known had I not shared mine.
Yeah.
Current situation,
Stay
whatever.
strong. I like
so
that.
It's
hashtag stay strong.
Thank you, True. I think I might want to just share it a little bit, but yeah. So this is my first surgery ever
in life.
Well, not my very first. I had adenoid surgery when I was a kid, but I don't remember that. So to me, this is my first one, first major surgery, whatever. So I don't know. I'm just ready to get it over with, so that I can prepare for my future and my future with my husband, and know that in the very near future I'll be able to have kids, hopefully. So we will. Prayers up for that.
Claim that, baby.
All right, y'all. So y'all so much for joining. Everybody. And again, some of these names we see every week, and God bless y'all. We appreciate y'all so much. To anybody who's new, we thank y'all for joining too, regardless of whether it was for a bit or the whole time. We appreciate any of it. So yeah. So thank y'all so much, and until
the week after next.
God bless y'all, and we're gonna let Miss Miami take us out as usual.
Oh, okay. Well, all right.
And y'all make sure y'all go get all that. You see how I didn't pronounce the TH, all that, okay? But it's actually spelled all that on the platform. Y'all make sure y'all go pre-order. You can't forget that part.
Go pre-order that. Go pre-say that. All that. You feel me? Go get that. So yeah. Like we say every week, you guys, this was episode 114. Yes. Our podcast goes up in the morning on all podcast streaming platforms, from Apple to Spotify to everywhere you can listen to a podcast. It goes up there. Wednesday nights, this live thing is for you guys, because we could just record and just put it up without y'all even being here. But we want to include y'all, and y'all be a part of it before we even go put it up, to go ahead and post it up for tomorrow. So in that being said, we want to thank everybody all across the world, because we have listeners all over the place. We want to thank everybody who is listening every week, who's tuning in on the podcast actual part, not the lives, but actually the podcast. We want to thank the podcast family for listening, and that's everywhere. We got people all across the world. You guys from Australia. I mean, honey, all over. You hear me? So yeah, I just want to make sure we shout them out, and we're gonna go ahead and close this out. So good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, podcasters. You guys have a great rest of your week. And in another week and a half, child, we'll talk to y'all again.
See y'all in tweets.
Good night. Good
Bye,
morning.
y'all.
Good afternoon. Bye.
Bye.